Good YouTube, Quinway coming to y'all with that instant analysis on the Milwaukee Bucks beating the Miami Heat 106 to 103. The Heat fall to 7-8. The Bucks improved to 9-9. They got off to an ugly start, but now they got back to 500. And Giannis, Gallup, and Kumpo did not play tonight, and they still was able to get the win. Now the win was tough because Terry Rozier was able to hit a bunch of shots, whether it was making a layup, making a jump shot, making a three, and guys like Bam playing good defensively and Jimmy Butler making some good shots too. Tyler Hero took a tough shot at the end of the game. I feel like they could have got something better because they had 5 seconds left. That's enough to dribble and create your own shot or turn down a shot and get another shot. They chose to just go with the shot that they drawn up. And I feel like it was a force and a tough shot that they didn't really have to get. And then Terry Rozier had a shot that he could have took. Even if he would have made it, it was too late, so he would have been ruled out, and the tie wouldn't be existing because he shot the shot too late for that one. Even though he did get it off, but it was late. So I thought this was a fun game. It was an interesting game, and Milwaukee really did need it. They actually was blowing this game at one point because Miami was down by so many points that you would have thought that the game would be over going into the fourth quarter. But the third quarter of the Miami Heat really let them understand what they needed to do defensively and offensively to be able to get back in this game, which they did, but they ultimately couldn't come away with the victory. So Milwaukee 31-20 in the first quarter and a 34-31 second quarter in favor of Milwaukee. Then you've seen the second half favor the Heat, which is a 29-20 third quarter and a 23-21 fourth quarter, and they just fell short of beating the Bucks and pulling off the upset. Which you would actually say, like, the Heat really put themselves in a great position, and they was at home, and they just couldn't make the shots that they needed to. And they didn't really have the best shot selection either. But the Bucks executed, made some decent passes, some easy shots. They turned the ball over a little bit, and they made some tough shots. Mainly Green made some tough threes, and he really kept them in the game. So Torian Prince, 10 points, plus 13 and plus minus, 3 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 3 rebounds, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 of 4 from 3, 3 of 6 from the field. He was just a good guy to have on the court sometimes because he kept the ball moving, or he just was able to take shots that was open. And they need that, especially with Dame being the best offensive player that they had tonight. But Brook Lopez, he hit some nice threes too, and he ended up going 3 for 3. And that was something that they really needed to keep the lead and keep their confidence high against Miami when they was lurking and trying to take the lead from them. He did have 13 points, plus 11 and plus rebounds. Plus minus, 1 turnover, 3 blocks, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, 3 of 3 from 3, like I said before, but he was 5 of 6 overall from the field. And then video game Dame, when it was Dame time, you didn't really see him do too much, but he was able to make the right decisions and get the ball away from him early so that way they can find an open man. You got to trust your teammates to make the right play since you made the right play. And then since the defense has to take a gamble or pick their poison, I feel like the Bucks made the right play sometimes, and it was just more than what the Heat could do, and that's ultimately how they won. But he had 37 points, 2 personal fouls, 4 turnovers, 1 block, 1 steal, 12 assists, so 30 and 10 for Dame. 3 rebounds. He was 9 of 9 from the free throw line, 8 of 13 from 3, which is really, really good. And 10 of 17 from the field, really efficient too. He took a lot of shots, and they was all decent to good looks. And he was wondering how he kept getting open that much, or just how good the screen setting was, and the patience of Dame to get to the shot and turn down shots or use his handle to get into better shots. And then it was just about knocking them down, which he was able to do. AJ Green, 9 points, plus 4 and plus minus, 4 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 2 assists, 1 rebound, 3 of 7 from the 3-point line, 3 of 7 from the field. No free throws. He was the key to them keeping the lead and staying in front because he made big shot after big shot and almost made the dagger, but it didn't happen for him tonight. But it didn't really matter because they still got the win. Andre Jackson Jr., 6 points, plus 11 and plus minus, 3 personal fouls, 2 turnovers, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist, 9 rebounds, all 1 from the 3-point line, 3 or 4 from the field. And Big Bobby Portis got in the double figures again, 11 points, minus 8 and plus minus, 1 turnover, 1 assist, 6 rebounds, 3 of them was offensive rebounds, 1 of 3 from 3-point line, 5 of 15 from the field. He took some good shots. He was just missing them. But he stayed aggressive. He stayed looking for his shots when he got the opportunity, and that's what he should do as the best player off the bench. He only played 18 minutes, by the way. Marjan Beauchamp, 3 points, +1 and plus minus. Um, 2 rebounds, 1-1 from three. It was only field goal attempts, no free throws. Pat Connaughton did some damage. 10 points, -10 and plus minus. 3 personal fouls, 2 blocks, 1 assist, 8 rebounds. Two of them was offensive, 1 or 2 from the free throw line, 1 or 4 from three, 4 or 8 from the field. And then DeLon Wright, 5 points, +1 and plus minus. 1 personal foul, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. 3 of them was offensive rebound, 2 or 4 from the free throw line, 1 or 2 from three, 1 or 4 from the field. Gary Trent Jr., 2 points, -8 and plus minus. 3 personal foul, 3 steals, 2 rebounds. One of those offensive rebound, 0 or 4 from the 3 point line, 1 or 9 from the field. And he really struggled, just like DeLon Wright. But, they didn't get in the way of this team not functioning or playing the right way. They kept the defense honest and they kept trying to attack. They kept trying to score. Just wasn't falling for them tonight for the most part. But it happens. They had other guys that stepped up and had big games, even though they didn't. The rest of the guys didn't play. Either they was ruled out because of injury or the coaches made that decision. 36 of 77, 46% from the field. 20 of 42, 47% from three. 14 to 17, 82% from the free throw line. 41 rebounds, 23 assists, 5 steals, 7 blocks, 10 turnovers, and 19 personal fouls, and 106 points. And then the Miami Heat, they came close, but they couldn't get it done. They actually got to get a lot of credit for cutting that 20-point lead and coming all the way back to even have a chance of winning. It takes a lot of heart to be able to do that. It takes a lot of patience to be able to do that. It takes a lot of skill to be able to make shots and play well defensively to be able to do that. But it just wasn't enough. 11 points, -6 and plus minus. 2 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 or 2 from the free throw line, 2 or 5 from three, 4 or 7 from the field for Duncan Robinson. Haywood Highsmith continues to not really score that much when he's on the court. Even though he played 14 minutes, he only had 2 points, -17 and plus minus. 0-1 from three, 1 or 3 from the field. Jimmy Butler was really good. 23 points for him, -1 and plus minus. 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. 2 was offensive rebounds, 11 to 13 from the free throw line. He was 0-1 from three. It was a tough one. Somebody was in front of him, so it would have been tightly contested. And 6 of 12 from the field. He took the shots that he needed to. Got to the finishing at the rim. Got out in transition. He really picked his shots wisely tonight. And he was very physical and not avoiding contact. That's why he kept going to the free throw line. And if you're the Heat, that's what you like to see. Bam has still been hit or miss this year, offensively and defensively sometimes. 16 points, -14 and plus minus. He did have 5 personal fouls. Like I said, the activity was there, but the discipline just wasn't in full effect the way that it needed to be, especially because they didn't even have Giannis today. 1 turnover, 1 steal, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. 1 of those was an offensive rebound, 3 or 4 from the free throw line, 1 or 2 from three, 6 and 9 from the field. And Tyler could not be their hero tonight. When it was time for him to save the day, it just didn't go their way. 18 points, -3 and plus minus. 1 turnover, 1 steal, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 5 assists from the free throw line, 3 or 9 from the 3-point line, 5 or 14 from the field. Kevin Love didn't do much offensively. He only had 2 points. He played 7 minutes. 1 steal, 4 rebounds. 1 was offensive. 2 or 2 from the free throw line. 0 or 2 from three. 0 or 5 from the field. Khalil Ware played 9 minutes. He had 2 points, +11 and plus minus. 1 assist, 3 rebounds. 2 was offensive rebounds. Alec Burks played 13 minutes. He only had 2 points, +2 and plus minus. 1 personal foul, 1 block, 1 rebound, 1 or 3 from the field. Terry Rozier really had it going in the fourth quarter. They needed somebody else to make shots and make plays. He took the chance to do it, and he was able to convert majority of his attempts tonight because he was 7 of 10 from the field, and he was also 3 of 5 from three, 0-1 from the free throw line though. 3 rebounds, 1 block, 2 turnovers, +1 and plus minus 17 points. He was actually the only guy in double figures off the bench for the Miami Heat. And the other guy that played real well was Larson with 8 points. He was +14 and plus minus. He did have 5 personal fouls, and he played 22 minutes. He had 1 steal, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. 3 of them was offensive rebounds, 1 or 2 from the free throw line, 1 or 5 from three, 3 or 9 from the field. And Jaime Jaquez, 14 minutes. He had 2 points, -2 and plus minus, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, and he was 1 or 2 from the field. The rest of the guys was ruled out because they was ultimately the coach's decision to do so. And 35 of 78, 44% from the field, 10 of 30, 33% from the 3-point line. 23 or 30 from the free throw. That's about 76%. 38 rebounds, 26 assists, 6 steals, 2 blocks, 8 turnovers, 14 personal fouls. And that was a game that was very, very interesting. It was like, man, this game is a little boring because it's a blowout. Then the Heat start turning up their effort. They start turning up their defensive minds and start taking gambles and start taking risks to be able to get the ball in their hands more so they can have more opportunities to be able to get back in this game. Then they start hitting their threes and they start hitting their shots. Then they start crippling the Bucks offensive strategies, and they just got burnt by the role players on the Bucks. They was able to make a lot of shots. They was even able to make tough shots. They was able to get to the basket. They was able to make threes, and the Heat just couldn't put it together long enough to be able to win this game. And the Bucks had such a big lead that they knew exactly what they needed to do, and they were just able to do it at the right times. And the Heat just couldn't stop it, and they just couldn't make enough plays to be able to win this game. And it just went to the rightful owner. The Bucks are starting to play better. They're starting to look better, and we knew that they would probably be a playoff team. Nobody really questioned that, especially in the Eastern Conference. And you got one of the best players, and Dame and Giannis. They'll figure it out eventually, even if they got a coach that people not really in favor of. But here they are, 9-9. Hopefully that they continue to go up, and continue to play better and continue to win games. I just don't think that there should be a trend where now we're playing good, now we're playing bad. Now we're playing good, now we're playing bad. They should be a little bit more consistent for here on out because guys are playing their role, guys are doing what they're supposed to do, and they have two of the most unstoppable players, especially when they in tandem together. And I think that should be enough for them to be above 500 team. They might struggle to be a 50-win team, but they only won 49 last year too. And Giannis wasn't healthy. Middleton wasn't healthy really. And Dame wasn't healthy either in the playoffs, so you don't really know what to make of it for that reason, but it just wasn't a good look, and it left a bad taste in a lot of Milwaukee Bucks fans' mouth last year, how they played that season, how they went out that season. But this is a year of rejuvenation. Like, now they're older, now they're more experienced, now they, figuring out things on the fly like they're supposed to as veterans. And now some of their younger players are helping them. They're more athletic. They have better shooting. They can rely on other people to make shots besides Giannis and Dame, which has always been one of their strongest things. But now they can take full advantage of it. Hopefully they get Middleton back so that way they can have another shot creator, another difficult shot maker, another guy that can spread the floor, another guy that can handle the ball and make decisions. And that's just an upgrade. Like, you didn't have them all season. Now you don't really have to do nothing but integrate them into the offense. It might make them look bad a little bit because he's not going to play great right away because it's that difficult to do that in the NBA, especially if you're going to be playing against starters instead of players that's coming off the bench. So the Middleton thing might give them a little bit more of a stepping stone in the right direction, but it's going to come with a little bit of rust and dust. And if they can carry that weight and make him do a little less to begin with, just to see his confidence go through the roof, I think that'd be a huge benefit for them, and that'd be something that, they should look at. Like, we just need to bring him along slowly, allow him to get his footing back, allow him to get his feel back, and then we'll start him a little bit more and see where he's going to take us. And if we have to bring him off the bench, then that's what we have to do. He's still going to be a big part of what we do regardless. And he is getting older as a player too, and he's coming off major injuries. So that's something that you have to look at if you're still rooting for the Bucks, that you might want to get rid of Middleton because he's played, but he's also been one of y'all best players for so many years. And this is really almost the end of his contract anyway. It's coming up where if you want to go in a different direction, you have the ability to do that. But it's also going to be hard to find another player that's like Middleton, that's cool with taking the second to third spot, while also knowing that he can hit game winners, big in big moments, make big shots, make big plays, and also be a guy that knows how to camouflage himself off the ball and on the ball and still be a factor without stepping on nobody's toes, and understanding that this is what I'm supposed to do. And most players never really get to that point where they can lock in that mentality. You're not good enough to be the alpha. You're not good enough to be number two. You need to be behind Giannis and Dame and probably even Bobby Portis at this point, depending on how he comes back from his injuries, which is a mental change when you used to being the number two. But as he ages and as he gets older, he's going to have to take those roles anyway. And it'd be good for the Bucks to break him in because they always showed him love, and they traded for him and has kept him since. and he was one of the big reasons why they won a championship, a couple years ago. So comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you like NBA content and you like analysis, this is the perfect channel for you. I also do make variety of videos just like this, conversation type of videos. I also do breakdowns of players, current players, legends, and rookies, and that's what real NBA footage. So if you love this type of content, check out my channel and you will see all the content that I have there. I have almost 3K videos, so I do upload a lot. I do give you a lot of different variety and a lot of different fun type of videos too. So as long as you like these type of videos, this is the channel for you. I guarantee it. And hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll see you guys at by the rest of the day as the day is starting to wrap up. Hopefully with more analysis, so we'll see what happens.